Isn't that what we were already doing?
We haven't officially started yet. I mean,
Okay, well, make it official.
sure. I guess it.
Hmm.
What's up, friends? You are listening to the Making Geeks podcast, the podcast for makers, families, and geeks.
What's up?
Hey, how about that? It's only been about, what, 3 weeks since we recorded last? Somewhere in there?
We
We're
broke our
on,
streak.
we're on a roll.
Yeah, we're probably a week later than we initially intended because of the summer movie season starting. But given the two movies that came out so far, I don't think it's too big of a miss. I think we're okay still.
I mean, did you have Devil Wears Prada 2 on your list? I mean, we'll find out.
We will find out.
I did. Did you not?
I did.
We'll find
He
out.
shakes his head, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I did I filled out the form a little bit earlier today, but I actually do not remember what I picked. So I'll have to go back and refer to that once we get to that point. So, in the last couple weeks, what have you guys been up to? Anything new? Anything exciting?
I'm still waiting to get some progress on the thing I announced last time, which is basically got hired on by the city here to do a temporary art installation that'll be installed next January for 3 months. We've got the plan, we got the approval. We just got to get paid so we can start. So we're just waiting on government bureaucracy, which those gears move slowly. So we'll get there.
What's your estimated completion time for the project? 'Cause it sounds like a pretty big undertaking.
It needs to be installed by like the middle of January, so we got time. Time is actually on our side, but we want to get it ahead of it as much as we can because we had a lot of pre-planning and time on the Pac-Man, and that ended up being right at the last moment to get those things done, as it usually goes. We're taking the lessons learned from that project, and we're going to front load this thing so we have plenty of time to experiment and test and get it tuned how we want. So it's going to involve welding, which we haven't done before. It's going to involve... That's the biggest hurdle. We haven't done welding at this scale, at any scale really, that's even close to this. So it's going to be a challenge, but I'll be able to finally break out the welder that I've been talking about for the last 10 years practically on here, and that'll be exciting. And I've got some resources locally, some other maker friends that are well versed in the welding kind of space, so they'll be a good resource to fall back on if we need help. And yeah, hopefully I'll drum up some posts here on Instagram to document the process. That's what I'd like to do, at least. We'll see.
We send out some emails for you, so for some sponsorships too.
That would be great.
Give that new X-Tool metal fab.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I haven't even been able to swing that one.
Oof.
With all the bureaucracy, did you have to get like sign off from a structural engineer and
we're going to have
environmental impact report and all that kind of stuff for everything that you're doing?
We're going to have to get an electrician to sign off on it and a structural engineer at some point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which we've got one in our back pocket, I think. So we budgeted for it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some good planning.
How long do you think it's going to take to build once you actually get started on it?
A few months. I don't know. It's going to be, because it's metalworking and stuff, a lot of it we're not going to be able to do at night. So I'm teaming up with Turi, which is a buddy of mine that I've talked about on the podcast a lot. He's from When Geeks Craft, and which is a YouTube channel you guys should check out if you haven't already. And I'm talking to the general audience at large. I know you guys know them very well. And typically when we would work on a project like the Pac-Man lanterns, we would get together once a week at night, like on Wednesdays typically. And we were not going to really be able to do that for the metal part of this project because it's metal, it's loud. It's going to involve welding and stuff. I don't really want to do that at night outside with the neighbors, and I think that might be too disruptive. So we're gonna have to work in how to do this over some weekends and stuff. So the metal part of it's the biggest one. All the electronics, we're gonna be able to do that independently. We're gonna have the same sort of setup to figure out how to do the LED matrices, and we're gonna see how far we can get. That we can probably still do once a week, at least, to like kind of mix our ideas and stuff. So hopefully a few months. Check back in with me after the 4th of July, and we'll see where we're at.
Are you doing all this construction at your place, or are you doing it at Turi's place?
Yeah, we sold our camper. So if you guys come to visit again, you're not going to have the guest house out by that. Yeah, we sold the camper to free up that park pad on the side of the house. We're going to use our 30 amp plug hookup that we had for the camper that we had installed. It's going to power our welder, and I'm going to set up like a carport of sorts, probably a temporary one, but something at least to shield from the sun, maybe with some sides on it that we can wrap around to protect eyes from looking at the welding bead and that sort of stuff. Also, we're weather protecting. We're still trying to figure out how to do all this the best way possible. Trying to avoid having to rent an actual space. If we can prevent it, we're gonna see what we can get away with what we have. But that's
You're
the
doing
idea.
TIG welding, correct?
We're gonna try flux core at first because that's what my welder is. But then we're gonna do MIG if that's not working. Yeah. I say that like I know what I'm talking about. We'll see. I've done it a few times.
So, with that, don't you need to ground it like to a table?
Yeah. Well, the whole structure is metal, so it's going to be so big. You just clamp to the structure itself. As long as the two pieces you're attaching are touching, then it should share the same ground. Otherwise, we'd have to have a welding table that is like 6 foot by 6 foot, which is not really practical. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. For the bigger things, we're going to be down on the ground, but some of the stuff I do anticipate having to get like a welding table, like a workbench of some kind that will be made of metal. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're like prefabbing this in pieces and then assembling on site, because otherwise that'd be like ridiculously heavy.
Yeah, that's part of what we're discussing. We have a pros and cons list that we went over tonight. Actually, he was over here, and we were going over like the benefits and the hang-ups of different parts of that. So we're not really sure which way we're going to go. Visually, it'll look awesome if it's one monolithic chunk of craziness. It's just like, and it almost looks alien or like a 3D render because there's no fasteners between the pieces, otherwise. But there's pros and cons. So it's heavy as crap. Yeah. How are we going to get it there? We got to rent a trailer, all these logistic things. We're probably going to have to rent a trailer anyways. But I don't know, if you do it in like Tinker Toy kind of style or like constructs, then we got to do all the wiring. There's like a whole thing that we're trying to figure out the pros and cons, and we're going to do some test welds to see if we can weld the whole thing as one or not. We're just going to see what our skill level is after we do some tests and stuff and see what we're comfortable doing. So we'll see. I don't know. It's up in the air.
You say skill level as if you weren't Wes Swain.
Well, I don't have the DLC module for welding installed at the moment, so.
Give it a minute. I think it'll be okay.
When this is done, though, you're going to have like a whole nother bunch of notches on your belt, and it'll be interesting to see what this eventually leads to.
Yeah, there's a possibility. I don't know if I talked about it on the last one that we could take it on tour. If we actually finish the thing, there are other festivals throughout the U.S. Like there's one in Scottsdale, Arizona. There's one in Portland. They're all over the place that you submit these things to and show up and they pay you. So that sounds fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this may be like a stepping stone to next year you do a different one, and the year after that you do a different one.
Exactly. Yeah, and apparently there are even companies, if you get big enough, they'll like acquire your piece, like to basically take it on the road for you, and they do all the setup and install and all that stuff, and you just get a check. So we'll see. Those are for that's the big dogs, and I can't expect that for myself at this level, but It's cool to know that's how it works, or it could get to that point, but that's a long shot. We'll see.
That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks.
So if it ends up in like DIA, then you've made it.
I don't know what
Is
that
that
is. International
Denver
Airport.
International
Right.
Airport? Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have
Well,
lasers.
like in every airport, they have. Like,
I know
the
they
art
have
installations
yeah,
in
yeah.
the terminals and things like that.
I thought that's what you were talking about, but yeah, I don't have a
Yeah,
laser shooting horse out of his eyeballs like there, but maybe I can make one after all this.
I know, right?
It would fit in.
Yeah.
Have you, Donovan? What have you been up to?
As you mentioned, I've been cheating on you.
How so?
It was only a matter of time.
I know. I started another podcast because I'm already not doing enough as it is.
Isn't that how Josh ended up leaving?
I think so. Yeah.
That's right.
We've been here before.
I know. No, you have nothing to worry about. No, my kids and I.
Wait. Our podcast is still going though.
Yes, it is.
Shots across the bow.
Anyways, continue.
But yeah, my kids and I have been playing D&D for years, and every time we play, I've always been in the habit of recording our sessions and then just playing around with them and adding little sound effects and things like that so they could go back and listen to them. And when we decided that the Playhouse business wasn't going to be viable for what we needed for it here in Utah, we had to pivot, and so decided to try out a podcast. And so we decided to do a cinematic, family-friendly, actual play D&D TTRPG podcast called Fumble Lore, because I fumble my way through stuff all the time and do it anyway, but we have fun doing it, and so that's where that came from. And we put out 7 episodes so far, weekly. They come out every Friday morning at 8:00. And it's been, I have literally been standing in this spot for 13 hours now, just doing nothing but audio editing. And it's been an adventure in not knowing what I'm doing, but doing it anyway, and trying to, what did you say, Sean? Do it right.
Oh, no, I said that, that's what you get for trying to do it right.
Yeah. That's what I get for trying to do it right. Yeah. Hopefully, the hope is that I'm going to get better at this, so it doesn't take as long to, still accomplish what I want to accomplish. But it's been so much fun. Oh my gosh, my kids love it. We've been running Daggerheart, which is Critical Role's new RPG system. And the reason why I did that is that there's the D&D podcast market is saturated. And so I wanted to kind of niche down a little bit to something that's still, D&D adjacent, but unique enough that it might find its own audience for something like that. And I wanted to do, I grew up, going on car trips with my parents and listening to we had cassette tapes of old time radio shows where they had the big sheet of metal to do the thunder, and it was all scripted, and they had sound effects and an orchestra on the background doing the music. And there was one especially that was the Haunted Mansion, like the OG Disney's Haunted Mansion on record.
I think I have that.
Yeah, and it's all the voices and the sound effects and things like that. And so that's the kind of stuff that we would listen to in the car, because it was Montana. You had 2 radio stations for the entire state, and so we would listen to our own stuff. And so I always have enjoyed, I don't know if there's a specific name for that type of audio,
like a radio play kind of thing.
Yeah, like a radio play. I've always enjoyed that kind of stuff. So, I figured, why not take that level of production and add some D&D to it. And since like I said, this space is saturated, but nobody does music and sound effects and things like that. And also, not a lot of D&D podcasts are family friendly. There's a handful that I listen to that I can't listen to with the kids. I love Critical Role and Critical 6 and and all these other ones, but it's not something you can listen to in the car with your kids and enjoy together. And so I'm like, well, why not make the thing that I want to, have access to, and make it cinematic, make it family friendly, and see if we can't find our own audience for this.
Very cool. I
Mhm.
look forward to checking it out.
Yeah, let me
And
know your feedback, because I haven't gotten feedback from like anybody yet. So I'm just
well,
moving forward with how I'm doing it, thinking that I'm doing it right, or
it's
at
funny.
least well enough.
I looked it up and I saw the logo, and
Mhm.
I could. Is that a logo that you created, or is that from something else?
No, that's a logo I created. That I struggle with that a lot, because I all of my logos, like from the beginning, have all like had a book in it somewhere. And so I knew I wanted that kind of imagery, especially with something like this, because it's storytelling and lore and things like that, and fantasy worlds, and so I wanted that kind of iconography, but I didn't know what to have as like a mascot. And here where we live in Utah, their mascot is the Farmington Phoenixes for the high school, which is what my daughter is going into next year. And I was like, Fumbalore Phoenix. And so I just started sketching out ideas of a phoenix. And I was like, well, how do I make this bookish? Well, give the phoenix wings. And so I did book pages as the wings for the phoenix, and that's how I put that logo together. And then I drew it up on a piece of paper and scanned it in and tried to vectorize it. It looks terrible because I'm not a graphic designer, but it fits for what I need. One of these days somebody more professional will probably make me a better one, but in the meantime, that yeah, it took me about 3 weeks to develop a
It
logo for
does look
this.
kind of familiar, but I can't place why.
I tried reverse image searching to see if there was something like it, because I don't want to inadvertently not steal copyright, but like copy something that's already out there. I want this to be unique enough that it would be recognizable for, ours and not somebody else's. But I'm sure there's something out there that's similar, but not that I could find so far.
I like it. I think it looks cool though.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen it either in the background with you somewhere in a different post, and didn't really know what it was. And I don't know if that's why it seems familiar to me, but I'm not really sure. I like it though. It's cool.
Yeah.
I am knee deep in videos right now, and 3D printers and other stuff. So I have a video coming out Saturday. Another one for Anycubic. I'm working on a video for Bamboo Lab. Actually, I have 4 videos I have to do for them. And then I have a video I'm doing for a company called Smart Wings that has they do automated shades. So I got a couple
Wow.
shades from them, and they're Alexa like voice controlled, or you get it connected to Alexa. So I have one for my bedroom, and then over the summer I'll be putting one in my office because I'm redoing my office. And that's it for now, but that's a lot for right now. So I'm trying to figure out how to do all that while getting ready for finishing up the school year and getting ready for my daughter's big party. So I'm, yeah.
Is this the last week for you?
No, it's so here it's the seniors last week. We have one more week next week and then finals. I'm done by June 3rd, I think. Or school's finished by June 3rd. Yeah, 3rd. I finish a day or two after for admin stuff.
Cool.
Yep.
Exciting.
Yep. Summer's gonna be busy. It's gonna go by quick, unfortunately, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. You guys ready to talk some movies?
Yeah, something else I'm looking forward to.
Yes.
Yeah, this summer.
Yeah.
I know, right?
So this is going to be our second annual or second summer. I completely forgot the name right now.
Summer movie.
Summer movie wager. Yeah. Uh, we did this last year. We had a lot of fun with it, and summer came up again really quickly. So
Yeah, it did.
I set it. Yeah. So I set up the contest again, and looks like we're going to be going through our top 10. Do we want to go review the rules for our listeners out here?
Who
Yeah.
won last time? Just out of curiosity.
I think I did,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah, but I almost don't want to officially count that because I think I had an unfair advantage with having looked at this stuff before and listening to other podcasts do this. So I think this year should be a little bit better or a little bit more equal in terms of uh, our picks.
Yeah, let's see it. We'll see if that holds true.
Okay, so quick review of the rules for our listeners. Um, we are going to try to pick the top 10 grossing movies in the U.S. box office from May to basically September is what we're considering the summer movie season. So technically, it has already started May 1st. And we're going to use Box Office Mojo for their rankings. They do a pretty good job in getting all the box office numbers in, domestic and otherwise. So we'll be comparing it to those numbers. And there is a point system kind of attached here for how you score with the movie. So getting first and or 10th correct will get you 10 points. Getting the movie correct within one place will get you 5 points. You get 1 point just for getting a movie correctly on the list, but you can't double dip. So if you got points for one movie, you can't get points for that same movie with one of those other conditions. The form, that's all stuff for us. And we have two additional picks, which are called dark horses, which are typically movies that are kind of a long shot to make the top 10. But if we get either one of those, and it doesn't matter where they place on the list, we get 2 points for that.
Nice.
So that's a quick rundown of the rules. Do you guys have your list? You're able to see them?
No,
No, once I submitted the list, unless I want to go back and edit the list, it says it's been submitted and thank you.
yeah, I didn't write it down individually or like on a separate paper.
Okay,
I just kind of entered it as I went. Yeah.
Let's see if I could do this really quick. I'm gonna share the sheet with you that has everybody's pick.
Okay.
Which is kind of anticlimactic for us, but it won't be for everybody listening because we'll be able to see each other's, but we'll still be able to have a good conversation with it. Okay. So let me know when you guys have that up and you're able to see it. I just posted it in the chat.
I had to send a request for access. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me fix that really quick then.
Doobie doobie doo.
Yeah, I know.
I just have to say this off the bat. I didn't recognize 90% of the movies on this list because the only movie that I've seen in a while was Project Hail Mary. So I am not up to date with what's coming out.
Go ahead and
so
try
I'm
now.
probably going to be way off. Do you want us to do viewer, commenter, editor?
Just viewer.
All right.
Was there able to see yours?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Next year, there's a different format I want to try for this, but
Yeah.
for right now, because it's already done. Here. All right. Do you guys just want to go in order that's on a sheet?
Sure.
Okay. So Wes, why don't you start us off?
What I think, do we need to go reverse order so we like build up the tension, or just go with the way we think the top grossing movie is?
I think just starting with the first one is fine.
Okay. I think this is a good one. I'm looking at you guys' answers. I think the top grossing movie is going to be Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Why?
Go
Because
on.
the last movie almost made $2 billion worldwide, so it kind of set the stage for a high moneymaker. We'll see if it continues. Are people invested because of that, or did they lose faith? Between the two, did they forget who Peter Parker is, or they like everybody else in that universe? We'll see. I think it's gonna out pace you guys' top movie, which is
Okay, so for my number one, I
yep.
picked Toy Story 5.
Samesies.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I I would have been inclined to pick Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it is still somewhat of a limited audience. I think that the No Way Home was an anomaly because of the three characters. I know there's a lot of big kind of secrets and surprises in this one. I know that some of them have already leaked, which should be a kind of a stir the pot quite a bit. But Toy Story 5 um, is is still Toy Story. It's still that family friendly thing. I think parents want to get out of the house and have their kids in a theater, not at home.
Hmm.
Toy Story has traditionally done well. It's tough with these movies too because it's hard separating what you want based on what the market and what
Yeah,
happens.
I probably failed because of that, but yes.
Well, I mean
That
that
was
was
my problem last time because I'm
yeah,
like, I don't want to put that movie on the list. I want
Right?
it to die.
Right.
But
and
they
also
made
that's kind of
$1 billion.
right. It's also why I
Yeah.
said I think I had an unfair advantage last time because I had already heard about that mindset and tried to separate it. So I was kind of like on a, I think, unfair playing level. But I actually don't think it's going to do it, but I think it has the potential. Um, yeah. So I don't want to belabor that one. I think there's some more interesting things to talk about later on the list. Donovan?
No, I concur. This is a total nostalgia pick for me because you've got 30 years of Toy Story that is
Like
going
three
to accumulate,
generations of
like,
kids.
yeah, 3 generations for the same franchise, which, as great as Spider-Man is, not a lot of people with 3, 4, and 5 year olds are going to take it to go see Spider-Man like they are Toy Story. So that's why, again, trying to think monetarily, that's why Toy
Yeah.
Story was at the top of my list.
I
But that said, I
yeah.
did put Spider-Man at number 2.
Yeah, I kept looking at the franchise. If there are existing franchises, which most of this summer is, I looked at the previous gross for the predecessor, and Toy Story 4 barely got to a billion, while as
Yeah.
Spider-Man, there are multiple. I know Spider-Man Far
It's
From
a weird
Home.
phrase to say.
Far From Home got more than Toy Story 4,
Right.
and that doesn't include the other Spider-Man. So, I think it's a fair one.
But Wes, your number two pick.
Yeah, my number 2 pick is your number 1 pick, Toy Story 5.
I mean,
Yeah.
even with the
I
research that you've done this
yes,
time, I mean, you still placed it at second
I
place. I mean,
did.
that's quite a
It's
statement.
not nothing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. For my number two, I put Minions 3. As much as I hate the Minions, I despise them. Uh, they make money, and they remind me of like all the little kids in school right now that have wandered into my freshman classes this year. So they're incessantly annoying, but they make money,
Yeah.
which is why this is number three. Actually, hasn't there been more than three movies, or is
Uh,
this the
Minions
Despicable Me
2, which is
ones?
the Rise of Gru, yeah, was was 940 million. That's worldwide box office.
Yeah,
Local US was only 370 million, which is not nothing, but
they've had a
That
lot of
is what we're going
appearances.
by, correct?
we're going by
Worldwide.
U.S.
US.
U.S. U.S.
Oh,
only.
US.
U.S. only.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh,
That
okay. That may have changed some of my picks, but
Okay. I think I said it in the rules. If not, I'll make sure I add it back in.
he did.
maybe I
Yeah.
just glanced over it. Sorry.
All right, Donovan, you're number two.
Oh, but my number 2 was Spider-Man. Yeah.
for same reasons as the West, basically, or
Yeah, I, d- I don't think there's as much draw with this one as there was with the last one. I could be wrong, but if it is number one, then I picked number two, which is, I still get the points.
yeah,
So I was just throwing it out there.
sure. All right, we'll keep moving along. Wes, your third place.
The Odyssey. Traditionally, I think Chris Nolan movies pretty much dominate. And the last few have held true to that. So I think, if anything, he can get third place.
I think that's a bold pick. Uh, my third place is one that I also kind of despise. Um, the live action Moana. I'm not looking forward to this movie at all. I still haven't seen the live action Lilo and Stitch, even though it dominated at the box office last summer. Um, I am very uninspired by the trailer because I think the animated one is so much
Yeah.
more beautiful and has so much more impact. But I think people are going to see it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at my answers, and I had Moana on there, and somehow it got pushed out, or I replaced it with something else and didn't realize I dropped it. I did intend to have that in my top 10, but I
Whoops.
agree. I agree that one's gonna make money.
When
Unfortunately,
we fix the form next year, it actually might help
yeah,
in
we
the way
can
that we're
drag
able
them
to view
around
it.
or something. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it might help.
I actually didn't put Moana on the top 10 list,
Ooh.
which
Wow.
is a crazy thing to say, only because I I don't think it's going to be good enough.
Yeah,
Part of me is like I don't want it to be good enough,
yeah,
but it's so soon and it's
yeah,
so bad compared to the original and the sequel which just came out what, like 5 months ago?
yeah. It's a little
So
bit
I just
saturated, maybe.
yeah.
His hairdo, man, the Rock's hairdo, that just should not. That just should disqualify him immediately.
No,
But
I think all of it. I don't think they made him like enough.
I agree. Yeah, yeah.
Did you ever see that movie with the Rock and Kevin Hart, where in the beginning of the movie the Rock is like a really heavy set overweight guy, and then loses weight before he goes into the CIA or something. I think it's called Central Intelligence.
Yes.
I think the Rock in the beginning of that movie looks more like Maui than he does in Moana.
Mm,
It would have
Fair
made
enough.
it better. I
yeah.
mean, character
Yeah.
design. Anyways, uh, okay, Donovan, you're number three.
Well, I picked Coyote versus Acme. Simply because, not in terms of the quality of the movie, but I think the Sonic effect, how when the original Sonic trailer came out and it was so bad that people revolted and then they redid it and released the movie as it was, everybody went to go see it because of the cultural zeitgeist around the original Sonic trailer. And Coyote versus Acme has that because it's been done for years, but then the studio canceled it. And then a bunch of people revolted and got it into theaters. And so this is the only movie like on this summer list that is only in the theaters because the audience wanted it in the theaters. Like other if there hadn't been like pushback and petitions and online, engagement and things like that, this movie would not be released ever. But because there was so much uh, active response to the studio entirely canning the movie, the fact that it's coming out in the theaters, I think, is going to bring that crowd out to, make sure that it makes money.
I think the investors are going to lose their butts. It cost. I mean, if I saw it correctly, it cost a ton of money to get this into the theater. Like for them to get the rights to get it into the theater. And I think the idea of the film is brilliant, and the trailer looks entertaining. I don't know if people are gunning or gung ho about a Warner Brothers
Yeah,
animated
a
movie
lot of the
right now.
kids don't even know those characters anymore, too. So you can't
I mean, a couple years
count on
ago,
them.
the Marvin the Martian one came out, right? I forget the name.
Yeah, but Space Jam did good. Like the reboot of that. I think it was somewhat popular, so who knows? Yeah.
I hope. I mean, I don't want it to fail by any means.
Yeah.
I want it to succeed. I just, when people get behind a cause like that, they don't always see it through. They just make a lot of noise.
I don't know, man. Look at Serenity. Firefly's coming back. So maybe,
I'll believe it
maybe.
when I see it.
Okay. I mean, we'll find out in a couple months, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I don't doubt it's coming. I'm just not as excited.
The time's almost gonna pass.
Hmm.
It doesn't cost a lot for people to voice an opinion because you're not asking them for their dollars yet. Now you're asking them for their money, and they have to follow up with what they say they wanted. And I don't think people are very good with that right now. But fourth place, Wes.
I got Minions 3. I agree they can still bring it.
Mhm.
Yep.
I have Spider-Man: Brand New Day in fourth place. Although now looking at the list, I might have shortchanged it a little bit because it looks really really good. But then I don't know if my own excitement
Yeah,
about it is
right.
getting in the. Yeah, it's tough. I have it in the top five at least. I know it's going to do well.
It's the only Marvel movie this summer, too, which
It is, and the whole Marvel thing is awkward sometimes because
it is.
Spider-Man seems to be its own thing over here,
Yeah.
and then Doomsday is trying to make all this noise over here. And there's people that are not as diehard as we. Well, I don't know if we're really diehard, but we're a little bit more dialed in.
Hmm.
And I think that that noise competes with itself sometimes and might cancel out.
I agree.
I hope not, but Donovan, you have a really interesting fourth place.
I do. I do. I'm going to give gamers credit because I put Backrooms simply because it's such a huge game. And with everything that happened with like Markiplier's Iron Lung and the huge fan base for that, and the fact that this is such an established IP in video games, like not in movies, but in video games, and it's horror. And I wanted one horror on the list because I think almost half of the ones on the list seem to be like horror. Um, so I put it up there. I didn't know where else to put it, but I thought it would do well enough to at least be in the top five. So I put it in number four.
I only know about Backrooms because of my students. I've never played the game, and I would not have known about it otherwise. My students keep me in the
It's an
loop.
experience. If you ever want a weird experience, yeah,
The
play it.
trailer looks interesting. The trailer looks interesting. Wes, number five.
Yeah, this pick is surprise.
Just to cut in, like it also has a very Severance vibe to it, and like people love Severance, so I think that's going to kind of play into it too. I forgot to mention that. Go on.
My fifth place is not on you guys' list at all, which I'm kind of surprised by. Is Disclosure Day. You guys don't have any faith in Spielberg anymore, huh? That's interesting. All right, we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should probably talk about that one like later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys know something I don't know. That's
No, not necessarily. I think it's such a question mark for me. I think the marketing campaign has worked against it, and I think that some current political stuff is. I don't know. I don't know. I think it might be.
I guess I don't know enough about it. Yeah.
Is this supposed to be like in the same universe as Close Encounters?
Is it? I don't think so. I don't know.
That's why I was asking.
Can you touch on the political part? Because I don't know about that, and I don't think we're gonna have time to go into another episode.
Okay,
so
I mean, I'm going to lead into this a little bit. I mean, Spielberg has done a lot of alien type related movies.
Right.
He had
that's his thing. Yeah.
Was it 60 millimeter, War of the Worlds, Close Encounters,
8 millimeter. Yep.
8 millimeter,
E.T.
Yeah. E.T. This one feels so much like
War of the Worlds.
No. I mean, maybe War of the Worlds.
We're still
what was
listing
the other
them.
one.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
No. What was the one with what's her
I know
name?
where they're behind the glass wall.
Like the Arrival, not Arrival.
Arrival. Yeah.
Arrival. it feels like that.
I thought so too.
Um, the eerie nature of it is interesting, um, but with all the pressure in social media and politics about the UAP and UFO files getting released, and
Oh,
there's
okay.
there's more and more quote unquote credibility being thrown behind this stuff, which is still really weird to me. I don't know how this is going to sit with people. I don't know if they're going to be into it because it is it is not just conspiracy theory, but given like actual credibility from people that we're supposed to trust and believe. I don't know if that's going to work for it or
Hmm.
against it.
Okay. Okay.
So it's up in the air for me.
Interesting.
It looks like a
Because
movie that's a slow burn,
Mm.
and I don't think people are going to be into a slow burn this summer,
I,
which
I
is why I
don't
didn't
know
put it on the list.
I don't know if young audiences connect with that approach the same way it might connect with us.
It's fair.
I don't know. Okay. My fifth place, Backrooms. Yeah. So like one behind what Donovan was saying for very very similar reasons. I think it's just weird enough, and I think there's enough of the younger generation to do it that would go to the theater and possibly go multiple times, if it's good. And I get a little bit of an inside track here because I have like 20 students that hang out in my class every day, and I hear them talk, and I'm like taking notes, and they're talking about Backrooms. So
Hmm. I picked Practical Magic too because the lady fan base, I think, is going to make that one and Devil Wears Prada make a lot of money because they're both sequels to mid '90s movies, late '90s movies.
Practical Magic was more like 90s. Devil Wears Prada has been early 2000s.
No, really?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
20
Oh
years, I think.
man. Okay. Yeah, I that was my reasoning for Practical Magic too. Then the first one wasn't bad. Like it really wasn't.
It was entertaining. It was all right.
Yeah. I don't
Wes.
know what else to say about
Oh,
that one.
Yeah. My number
I
six.
don't think it requires much more.
My number 6 is Devil Wears Prada too.
Samesies.
Yep. Yay.
Yeah.
The first movie was pretty good.
I've never seen it.
My sixth place pick was Scary Movie 6.
I think that's a super bold choice. For number 6?
Yeah, I know. This one might be a little bit of wishful thinking just because it's a little bit of throwback nostalgia. I'm hoping that our generation gets the theater to support that one because it's very anti PC,
Sure.
and it's going to be a little bit out there. And I think there's people that are looking forward to that. I know I am. I actually might even go the opening weekend. My wife.
Did
and
you
I.
watch the first 5?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah,
You seen all of them? Wow.
I have seen all of them. I couldn't tell you anything about 3, 4, and 5, but I remember 1 and 2 pretty vividly. I saw both of those in the theater opening week. But then I was in college. Me and my guy friends, very much our sensibility at that time. Um, and my wife has just as much of a demented sense of humor as I do sometimes. So it should be some good fun. Just like we both liked Naked Gun last
Naked
summer.
Gun, yeah.
I think that this is hopefully an echo of that, although much more a little bit gratuitous in the inappropriateness department. So
All right, number 7, Sean and I. What you got, Sean? We
wait,
had the
wait,
same
wait.
thing.
No, Donovan has six.
Wah,
Talking
wah.
about sixth place.
Sorry, man. Sorry. No, we already
No, I
talked
said
about it.
samesies.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Devil
Okay.
Wears Prada 2.
that's right.
All right.
Yeah, so Wes and I picked the same for 6. You and Wes picked the same for 7.
Don't
Which
say it.
Don't say it? Okay.
No, I meant. Never mind.
Not a
Six,
good
seven.
podcast. Ah.
That
What it-
stupid thing.
What is your 7th pick there, Sean? Same as mine.
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
I want it to be good. There's aspects of it that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah.
it kind of feels like an extension of Guardians of the Galaxy. Um,
Okay.
I have high hopes for it. Hope it's good. That's it.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be like a Wonder Woman kind of box office juggernaut.
I don't either, and I don't know much about the lead. I don't even remember her name.
Millie
That is playing.
Alcock.
Yeah, Millie Alcock. I don't know much about her. I hope she's able to carry that role.
Yeah.
She has a very interesting look. It's a very kind of like a punk rock
Mm-hmm.
take on the character, and we'll see how it lands.
I was basing
Yeah,
my.
I picked.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say I picked Mandalorian and Grogu, which going back through my list, I'm like, should I have put that higher? But I think seventh place is a good spot for it. If this movie would have come out like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
I think it would have done a lot better.
Yeah.
But I think the momentum for Mandalorian has kind of
Unfortunately,
petered out.
I agree. And the early reviews are not that strong.
I purposely
Really?
have not looked because I don't even want that hanging over my head
Yeah.
for it.
I won't say anything then. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's bad is I already kind of assumed,
Yeah.
and I wish that wasn't the case.
Yep. Good.
I picked the Odyssey for eighth place. Um, I think that Nolan is an incredible filmmaker. I think the Odyssey is going to be great, but I think that it's starting to get out a little bit that he changed quite a few things in the story, and there's a lot of people I don't think are going to like that. My daughter, for the last couple of years, has been obsessed with everything Greek mythology, and she could not be more excited for this movie. But even she was a little bit kind of put off by hearing some things that were changed. She's still going to see it. She's still excited, but I hope that doesn't work against it. Some people
It
totally
hurts
treat
my
that.
heart to say this, but I didn't even have it in the top 10. I know it's Christopher Nolan, and I love Christopher Nolan, but you were talking about, people not knowing who Looney Tunes characters are. I don't think enough people have read the Iliad to have any kind of emotional connection.
That's a different book, so that doesn't matter.
No, I know, but like Odyssey and Iliad, I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough of a fan base for it out there. Like, regardless of the fact that it's gonna be an amazing movie, it's good. Like, I have no doubt.
The fan base that it has, for the most part, I don't think is because of the book. A lot of people still, even a lot of people were required to read it at school. They still didn't read it. I think the Odyssey is still more popular because of the made-for-TV movie that came out at one time, and then things like it's been a long time, I know, but like things like Troy, just the myth of like the Trojan horse, stuff like that. I think
know.
I think the bits and pieces that people have heard of and know are probably a bigger attractor.
But that said,
Or
what was
Percy
the
Jackson.
last great Greek mythology movie that you watched?
Has there been one?
What was the word you
Wrath
said?
of the Titans, Clash of the Titans.
Oh, you said Percy
That's
Jackson.
been, that's been,
That's a
been
good
over 20
point.
years. But Percy Jackson is actually the driving factor for the liking and the desire to read Greek mythology right now. It has a huge movement.
That's a good
But
argument for it.
it's modernized in such a way that it's
Yeah.
It's not the Odyssey.
Right.
Wes, you have a very interesting. No, Donovan, you have a really interesting eighth place pick.
Yes. The Death of Robin Hood. I was debating between The Death of Robin Hood and the Odyssey for this spot, and I picked The Death of Robin Hood simply because it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it looks really good in the in the Logan style of retelling a classic story. Because Logan did really well because like it was old Logan, it was old man Logan, and this is old man Robin Hood, it with Hugh Jackman. So I'm like, man, it's got so much of that Logan feel to it that I think it would be a bigger draw than the Odyssey, which is why I put it in eighth
You
place.
do you think people care about Robin Hood still?
I think they care about Hugh Jackman still.
I mean, I don't no doubt he looks awesome in it, but I don't know. I'm actually curious, and this is something to follow up on a at a later time. I'm wondering what the age demographic is, the breakdown of the people that go see movies right now, because that actually might be a pretty telling stat for some of these as well. I mean, if it's older, yeah, possibility, but oh, someone to go do research.
And a very vocal cat wanting inside, so I had to duck out for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because I like, I'm someone who used to go see movies constantly, and now I don't. I wish I did.
Yeah, it's
But
really
I
hard to
just
get to
don't.
the theater right now. Wes, your ninth place.
My ninth place is probably too high, but I would just put it on there. Just why not? Is Masters of the Universe. Like it's funny because like as we're describing these, there's so many of these that are based on like older IPs and
Yeah.
like retro
Hmm.
IPs. Whether it's the Odyssey, which is like the oldest IP you can get besides like a biblical story, right? um, yeah, it's just kind of interesting. But I don't know. The audience for He-Man definitely dated. I don't know how this is
Thank
gonna
you, thank you
go.
for calling me old, Wes. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it
you're welcome. Um,
because I
but
am the audience.
I think that it could have a surprising uh, result. Like the GI Joe movies when they first came out, they were kind of surprise hits. At least the first one, I believe. I didn't care for it, but I know a lot of people that did. And I think maybe it's playing into that same
I don't
demographic.
think it was what I don't think it was what a lot of the fans wanted,
Right.
but it ended up being something interesting as its own kind
It
of
did.
yeah.
The fact that I can't tell that Skeletor is Jared Leto, I think might be a good thing,
I think so.
which makes me hopeful that it's gonna be that it's gonna be better uh, than I think it could be.
The one qualm I have with it though, I think the actor that they got to play He-Man is not buff enough. I think he's too
Well,
scrawny.
it's better than the guy they originally got who left to
Fact.
be Ken in Street Fighter.
Oh, I didn't
Are
realize
you
that.
serious?
Oh, oof.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I'm serious.
No worries at all. Let me.
Okay. My Gym,
Well,
my
okay
Google
then.
Gemini just kicked on. I don't know why.
Okay, so for ninth place, I picked Mandalorian and Grogu. Um, I have such an issue with this movie, and I want to like it. And I don't know if it would have automatically been better if they picked a different name. And the
And
whole
Grogu.
yeah well no just the title of the whole movie.
Oh
It
yeah.
seems like this weird serialized throwback that doesn't feel like Star Wars, which is probably what they want, but it should have felt a little bit more like Star Wars. I know, I know. That's my personal opinion. I don't like the marketing for the
No.
movie at all.
This is a total adjacent. I'm gonna throw us off track, but it kind of
Okay,
ties into what we talked about last time.
okay.
Have you seen the new AI Star Wars shorts that people are putting out with the OG cast?
No.
It's about like the Beggars Canyon one.
It's it's you need to go watch them. And
I've
I
seen
only
some
say
and
that
they look really good. Unfortunately,
I only say that because I hate to say this. I hate
I
to,
know. Say it because
but
I've been thinking about it for a while.
they almost feel more Star Wars than
Yeah,
Mandalorian and Grogu.
they
I
they
was like,
could
oh
they could
dang it.
do they could do Heir to the Empire
Oh my gosh, yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know. That's how they get
That'd be
us.
I
That's how
know.
they're gonna get
I
us.
I saw those and I'm like, "Oh, dang. I may have
I
to
know.
rethink everything that I said last time."
Maybe we give this one a pass. Only this, nothing else, because we are
What,
never.
Mandalorian Grogu or
No, no. AI for the extended
Oh, just for this.
trilogy. Yeah,
Yes.
the the uh, the Timothy Zahn trilogy. Only that,
Yeah.
because it'll never happen otherwise.
Yeah.
Donovan, your ninth place.
My ninth place was Supergirl. I think it's been gonna be good, but I think there's so much cultural. There was so much pushback against James Gunn with his last movie that I think it may
Hurt him.
end
Yeah.
up impacting this one a little bit more than it needs to. But I still wanted it in the top 10, so I put it in ninth.
My 10th was Coyote versus Acme. I think that's still kind of high. Honestly, it might have been better as a dark horse candidate, but I think I'm gonna go see it, and Grant's excited, so
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My 10th place was Masters of the Universe. There's something about my, I don't know. It's nostalgic for me. I remember having the toys. I liked the show a lot. I liked the animated series that Kevin Smith did. I thought it was pretty good. I know a lot of people called it kind of woke, but I mean, I thought it was overall good. I'm excited for the movie. I want it to be higher than 10th place, but also trying to be somewhat realistic that not everybody feels the way I do about it, and I just hope it's fun. That's all I can kind of hope for. Donovan.
Yeah, Minions 3, cuz why not? I didn't know
Evan.
what else to pick. Yeah. I didn't want it to be a dark horse. I figured it would be better than a dark horse, but yeah, Minions.
All right, so that's our top 10. Now we're on to the dark horses, which are really kind of like this shot in the dark. I think that a couple of us got the dark horses last year, though. I think I got one for weapons that ended up
Mhm.
being a pretty big hit over the summer. I don't remember what the other one though. Wes, what was your first dark horse?
Mortal Kombat 2. I don't think that was a good choice. Um, but it's a fun one
That one's tough though because it came out May
already.
8th,
I know.
and I think those movies tend to fizzle out really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad pick as a dark horse. I think that the bigger issue might have been its placement.
Timing. Yeah.
It's getting some weird mixed reviews. Like some people are saying it's pretty good. It's better than what they thought. Still not 100%, but I think IGN gave it a pretty high score. Not
Really?
that IGN, yeah, not that IGN
Well,
is the you know great on their ratings of movies, but I picked something I don't even know what it is. It's an IP, which I didn't even know they're making another movie of it. Sidious Into the Further. I think
is it like the fourth one, the fifth one?
I have no idea. I've never seen any of the movies. It's not something that interests me, but I know that horror and some of those franchises are still fairly popular. So I'm hoping that that's like this year's Weapons. Actually, Backrooms will probably be more like this year's Weapons, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, which was kind of my argument for it anyway.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
All right,
no,
Donovan.
I never watched any of those other ones, so I didn't know. Moana, because I knew it was going to be the top 10, but I didn't want to put it in the top 10. So
Yeah. I should have had that as a dark horse. I should have had it somewhere. I'm mad that it got dropped out of my list, but I don't think it's going to gross as much as Lilo and Stitch. But that was like $1 billion
I don't know.
worldwide.
Did it really?
Yeah.
that's
Have
so
you guys? Did you guys see it?
I did not.
No.
Okay. Wes, your second dark horse is a movie I've never even heard of.
I hadn't heard of it either. I just looked at the list and like it sounded interesting. It's a Ewan McGregor like kind of indie sci-fi.
Oh wait, no, I do know what it is. The trailer looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I recommend watching the trailer if you have not seen it. It's a little bit different, which is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it.
I think it's worth checking out the trailer for.
Mm-hmm.
My dark horse too, for similar reasons that Donovan mentioned earlier, is Practical Magic 2. My wife had already talked about going to go see this with her friends, so now I'm gonna have to like push her out the door because that's like 5 extra tickets to help make that happen.
Yeah.
And the last
Wuthering
pick.
Heights effect, man. Yeah. Not the same. Not the same. Not the same movies. Not the same movies.
No,
But
I just watched it recently.
Really?
Yeah. It's different.
At your own discretion, or like your
Well,
wife sat down and
not
was
by
like, "Hey, let's
myself.
watch this together."
It was interesting. The visuals were actually very striking cinematically. The art direction was pretty cool. I mean, it was a gorgeous looking film. I hated the book when I had to read it in high school, so I have no investment in it whatsoever. The movie's weird.
Why did we have to read that in high school? Like,
I
it's so funny
hated it.
looking back at these books that we had to read when we were younger, and I'm like, what in the world?
You know, I was an English major. I taught English for 10 years. I never would have had my students read that book. I don't find any redeeming value in it. Anyways,
Yeah, crazy.
Donovan, your final pick, Dark Horse 2.
Mortal Kombat 2. And it looks good. Like it does. I except for the last half of that movie, I enjoyed the first one. The first half of the first movie I thought was excellent.
Until they never even had Mortal Kombat.
I know. It's so. Come on, guys. Yeah.
It was a COVID movie, direct to HBO, and everything got the theatrical release. I don't know if that's supposed to get like pity points, but I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
So that's our list. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out in September. Now, if we can, really quick, I'm curious though. Out of this list of 12 movies, what movies are you guys actually planning on seeing in the theater, if any, or would at least would like to? It's hard to say plan.
Spider-Man definitely for me
Yeah.
is my most anticipated.
I don't know if it's my most anticipated, but yeah, that would be on my list. Coyote versus Acme, like that one. Spider-Man, Toy Story. I don't know about much else. Odyssey, yeah.
My daughter's gonna probably drag me to that. Not that she would have to drag me, because I
Drag you.
I know. So I think Spider-Man and He-Man are my priorities, and then after that, Odyssey, and there was one more. It's probably going to be between Supergirl and Mandalorian. But,
Does the Mandalorian come out tomorrow, or is it next week?
Yeah, it's tonight, technically, I think.
Oh, tonight?
yeah.
And we're recording this on Thursday for those listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll
So
see.
if I get to the theater at least 3 times this summer, I'll.
You'll be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we maybe we'll talk about it after. I wonder if we should just leave the forum open for patrons that maybe want to throw their hat into the ring.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, patrons over like at patreon.com/makinggeeks. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, I think.
That's exactly what I'm referring to. That awesome bunch of people.
Yeah. I think they would have a lot of fun with this. Actually, we should post it on the our custom
We'll
Discord
post it.
server, our exclusive Discord server, where you can find all these fine folks, where we have all manner of discussion on nerdy, geeky stuff, including thanking our top patrons, Jordan, Scott, and Matthew. Thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate you.
We sure do. What are you guys geeking out about, if anything?
That is a fantastic question.
And I'm asking you guys because my brain just drew a blank.
I feel like I just geeked out over the last hour and some change, so I'm good with that list.
Just the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything this time. Not top of mind anyway.
Yeah,
Oh no. What does that say about us?
I don't know.
that we're busy.
Yeah.
I guess we'll maybe do extra picks next time and be a little bit more prepared for that. But
Oh, I have one. The new Dungeon Crawler Carl book just came out.
Mhm.
Is it book 9? Book 9?
It's book 8. 9's going to be in 2
Eight?
parts. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The new Dungeon Crawler Carl book.
Yep.
The fan base, it's so funny because it's like reading them and then realizing that the fan base for this thing is ginormous. And I had
I can't
no
believe
idea.
how big it is now.
Yeah,
It's
it
insane.
is. Oh my gosh.
The amount of
And now it's everywhere.
cosplayers. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I have not bought the book yet. I'm not allowed to buy it because Father's Day is coming up.
Oh,
And I already
Yeah.
bought the first 7, so I'm on book 5 or 6 right now. I forget. But yeah.
yeah. Have you read it yet, Wes?
No, I won't.
Oh, okay. All right, well, fine. Fine.
I'll wait for the movie.
Be that way. You wait for the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know they got picked up as a series, right, Donovan? They got picked up by
Oh, really?
they got picked up by Seth MacFarlane. Family Guy. Ted.
Can I see that? I'm thinking about that real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I can't see that. As a
Live
live action?
Live action. Which is bonkers.
Okay. Okay.
That's insane.
Did you watch the Dungeons and Dragons episode of Ted?
No.
Okay.
I know about it.
You should watch that because I don't know if that's the kind of direction that they would be going. Maybe? I don't know. That's interesting.
It's not cast yet, but they did pick it up for production. It's in pre-production right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Anyways, so that is our episode. Yeah, you get find out what we're up to on our socials. You can find me at Geek. I was almost gonna say Geeksmith. You can find me at Geek Builders, Instagram, and socials. And where can people find more about you guys right now?
Instagram, YouTube, Geeksmithing.
My podcast, Fumble Lore, on all the players, all of them, and on YouTube now too. I am distributing on everything, anything and everything.
Now on YouTube, is it audio only, or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
So well so we're just doing audio only. This is a total aside, but like because I'm recording my kids, there's that whole thing with HIPAA. And so if I put them on screen and on camera, COPPA, not HIPAA, COPPA. Yeah. And so to try, not try to skirt around it, but to try to mitigate the limitations of what COPPA would mean for trying to grow this, we're just doing audio only. But that said, I'm going to take like audio clips from each episode and then animate them to turn them into shorts that'll then be like visual styles.
Nice. That's a good
That's
idea.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Well,
joining,
folks,
guys.
yeah, it was fun. Can't wait to see the result of this. And we'll have to talk about our next episode because I have might have some stuff that we could talk about. We'll plan off air.
Nice.
Good. That'll be good.
Yep. So until next time, take care, and we'll see you guys in the next episode, whenever that is.
See ya. Bye.
Oh, and on a quick aside, if you guys have not listened to our episode, who are you? Please go check that out. I think it's one of our best episodes in a couple of years. So I've actually gone and listened to it twice.
Dang.
And yeah, so go check it out. Take care of